Greetings viewers, Hugh here coming to you from Meridian Water Station on Greater Anglia, and well, today we're going to be doing a fleet review of Greater Anglia. And well, I feel like for a fleet review of Greater Anglia we might as well have the person who is local to the link and a good friend of mine.
Hello!
This is Willow. So let's do the Greater Anglia fleet review, starting with
the 720.
So in this video, Antigod and I will be looking at 3 different types of train operated by Greater Anglia: the 720, the 745/1, and the 745/0. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hang on a minute, you've forgotten the 755. And, well, yes, I have. But that's simply because it is basically a shorter version of the Class 745 with a diesel engine in the middle. And that's basically it. Also, this video is now a heck of a lot easier to make thanks to Greater Anglia completely Thanos snapping its fleet in recent years, as previously its fleet consisted of Class 90s, Mark III coaches, Mark III DVTs, Class 153s, 156s, 170s, 315s, 317s, 321s, 322s, 360s, and 379s. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Welcome aboard. The Class 720. It is a commuter version of the Aventra family, which of course is also used by the Elizabeth Line Overground, South Western Railway and West Midlands trains. It's a 3x2 with very, very nice seats. I actually do really quite like these trains. 2 doors per carriage, only standard class configuration, but seriously one of the better commuter trains in London. Willow, what are your thoughts?
I love these. Obviously they're my local trains. In my opinion, despite me loving the trains they replaced, these are a massive improvement, because while the trains they replaced were lovely, comfortable, smooth riding, these are still, again, lovely, comfortable, smooth riding, and they're longer so they can fit more people, you don't have overcrowding, and they don't feel as old and dated. I love these trains.
Cool. So we're on our way from Meridian Water, and these are the seats on the Class 720. They're actually really nice, especially for me. They're 3x2. One of the few criticisms I will give about these is that the gap between the seats is quite narrow, but apart from that, they're pretty good. They've got charging ports and everything, so yeah.
Okay, so this is what I think about the seats. Obviously, if you know me, I'm a big critic of modern seats, but honestly, I find these comfortable. They're ergonomic. Yeah, they're a bit firm, but they're not ironing boards. They've got good cushioning here. They're nice ergonomic shape here. They're comfortable for, I'd say, about 2 hours, which is longer than these trains operate for, so they're fine. You're not going to be on these trains for more than 2 hours, and these seats are perfect for that length.
So we're on our way to Stratford. We just went past Temple Mills there, where they had some Eurostar trains still in the original colours. That was pretty cool. They're clearly in long-term storage or being used as spares, because they're clearly... Oh, there's another one right there as we're going by. That was unplanned, but yeah. That's Temple Mills Works here at Stratford, where the Eurostar trains are serviced in the UK. I don't know whether they have a depot on the French side. Willow, do they have a depot on the French side?
They don't. They probably do, but Temple Mills, I believe, is the biggest train care depot in the UK.
The more you know. We are pulling into Stratford, I believe. This is like a very isolated rear platform. I completely forgot that they terminated this branch here. Anyway, we're going to just go back up to Tottenham Hale after this. It's now time for a fleet review staple, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to have a look at the Class 720 toilet. An Aventra toilet, it will always swear at you when you press the open button. There you go. Yeah, this is a 720 toilet. Hello. It's a bit grubby, this one, but it's big, it's clean, and you can clearly fit, you know, a wheelchair in here for accessibility. So yeah, thumbs up. Oh, we're being locked in. I'm gonna test the door lock if it actually. Stop swearing at me. Anyway, that's the Class 720 toilet. It pulled in here at Stratford. I did not know that this was the area. And look at this massive area between these two platforms. For reference, the Elizabeth line's down there. That's the Great Eastern Main Line over there. You can see the Central Line. And just behind our train is the Overground. I did not know they had this massive area. Looks like you can play a basketball match here. We're on the same 720 heading back to Tottenham Hale, and our plan from there is to get a Stansted Express service to London Liverpool Street, riding the Class 745/1. So we are on this train. We're just coming up towards Tottenham Hale. We're going to be leaving the 720 and getting the 745/1. Personally, I really like these. One of the best commuter trains in London. 730 is a little bit better because it's a 2x2, but honestly, the 720, Greater Anglia and Bombardier hit it out of the park with this train.
Agreed. Like, obviously, I love the 317s, and obviously because they're nostalgic to me, but Greater Anglia did really well out of these 720s. They're such an improvement over the 317s, and that's rare coming from me because...
Very rare coming from her.
I very much do not like a lot of modern trains, IETs, but I think these are a massive improvement for not only passengers but the railway over the 317s. And now let's go on to some of my favourite trains.
The best
FLIRTs.
intercity. The best intercity, the FLIRT. Tottenham Hale. Footbridge here at Tottenham Hale, and we're heading over to platform 2, I think, to get a Stansted Express train, 745, down to Liverpool Street. We're coming down the escalator. There is our Class 745/1. There it is, look at it.
Beautiful.
And so immediately as we get ready to board the train, the first major thing, look at that. Level boarding. That's insane. We're getting on now. And look at how spacious this is. I mean, that is just really good. Looking down, I mean, what's not to love?
Welcome to this service for London.
We are now on board the Class 745/1. This is a Stadler FLIRT. Slightly bizarre name for a train family train, but this train is just absolutely fantastic. We can both agree this train is really, really good.
I love these.
They are
phenomenal trains.
They're so good. We're actually in a raised seating area where it's slightly raised above. I'm assuming it's because this is where the bogie is beneath us, but it is really, really nice. And these seats, they are just absolutely fantastic. Like there really isn't anything better on the Intercity network. This is just so good. Also, one quick point I'm going to make. You might wonder why I'm not looking at the Class 755, and that's because they're pretty similar to these, except they're shorter and they've got a diesel engine in the middle, but they're kind of similar to these. Okay, so Willow, what do you think of the seats on the 745? This is a raised area, by the way.
These are probably some of the best intercity seats in the UK. Like these, I love these. They're nicely padded. They've got good ergonomic support. Nice padded headrest. You can get a bit of kit. And yeah, I love these seats. And this is again rare coming from
This
me.
is very rare coming from you, as I said. This is like a big surprise.
The
but
only seats I think that are on the same level / slightly better are the Grammar IC3000s and the Fieselines that are on the Lumo sets. All three of these seats, IC300s and Leans, fantastic seats, and I wish we had more of those on the UK network.
Yeah, I think EMR is actually going to be putting seats like these in their 810.
Yes.
So that's going to be really good. It's going to be an upgrade from the other IETs. Also, other points to make, I'll look at the stuff. So you do have armrests, and you do have a charger and a USB, although no tables in this Stansted Express unit.
But they will be getting tables soon. By the end of 2025, all Stansted Express units will be equipped with tables.
Which is fantastic. But we'll see like proper FLIRT seats when we get on the 745/0, which runs on the Great Eastern Main Line. So unfortunately, we can't bring you the toilet on this 745/1 because it's out of use. So we'll have to do one more on the 745/0 later, which is a shame. But I do really like this. This is a very nice open area for wheelchair access.
Yep.
One thing I will say that's a bit sad about these is the change in level, especially, you've got elevated seats in the ramps. You'll see it in the aisle down there. It's a little bit drastic, but apparently it's because they've got very low floor, and that's to accommodate the traction equipment. So it's...
Because, if you look there, you've got, in between the coaches, normally you've got a Jacobs bogie, but you've also got some regular bogies as well. And for regular bogies, they have to have a raised floor.
Right, okay. So that makes sense. It's a bit of a shame, but honestly, this train is so good that that's kind of just nitpicking at this stage. One thing I do quite like about these, and it sort of reminds me of the 730s, is the bright red interior of the doors. That's very good. I like that. So we're just pulling into London Liverpool Street, the hub of all Greater Anglia services. Really good train here, the 745/1, but this isn't the entire FLIRT story. Yes, of course, there's the 755, which is the diesel version, which is incredibly similar to this, hence why I'm not doing it in this video, so sorry about that. But there is the 745/0, which runs on the Great Eastern Main Line, which has first class and a buffet car. So we're going to be getting the next train to Chelmsford, which is where they're running today, and we're going to be having a look at the 745/0. You excited?
Very.
Love that level boarding. Anyway, welcome to London Liverpool Street. We got two FLIRTs here. So we're here at Liverpool Street, but unfortunately we've got an hour to wait for the next train that's going to Ipswich via Chelmsford. That is a 745/0. So we will see you back here in an hour. Waiting. We've come to Exchange Square, which is literally right around the back of the station, where you can peer into the station itself from back here. So we're gonna have a quick look inside Liverpool Street. Join us. Well, that certainly is quite a view looking down on the station. You can see there's a FLIRT there, there's an overground train just off there, and there's another Greater Anglia there. This is one of the best views to have a look at a railway station. It's amazing. This is a very, very beautiful spot to meditate and train spot in the middle of the city of London. I think that's really cool, although your meditation is always disturbed by the very, very loud PA announcements in the station. We're standing above the main concourse, and right over there, that train, the 15:30 to Ipswich, calling at Chelmsford, is going to be our train. We are now heading to platform 9 here at Liverpool Street, heading to get our 745/0 to Chelmsford. And we've got a bit of an advantage here. We are going in first class. There it is. And we are on 002. Oh, it's not 007. B/1 that we saw earlier. We've got level boarding, and we are now boarding. And it's very similar, but we are in the premium seats today. So we're on our way from Liverpool Street. We're just coming into Stratford, actually, where this train stops just to pick up passengers. We'll get more onto the first class in a minute, but it is actually really nice, and it's further proof, Willow, that these trains are the bee's knees of intercity train design.
Oh yes, 100%. These are... I like Mark IIIs, but these are a massive improvement over Mark IIIs.
Yeah, because these replaced Class 90s hauling Mark IIIs. It's a bit like how the Pendolino changed the WCML from loco hauled stuff to actual proper multiple unit. Standard class on a /0 is very, very similar to standard class on a /1, except that it has tables that, of course, as Willow said earlier, they're going to be retrofitting them into the Stansted Express units, which is good. But the difference with the /0 we've got here is that the toilet works. This is the toilet on a 745 in general, because it's the same on the /1 as it is here on the /0. Much bigger than the 720, and I would say better. This is actually really, really good. I've just used the sink. Yeah, very, very nice. Good job that the 745/0 has that the /1 doesn't is a buffet car, so we're going to get some stuff here.
A few moments later.
So we made the mistake by thinking that you could get free stuff in first class from the buffet car. You can, but only on weekdays. So we're empty-handed, but it's not a big deal. It's a very, very nice little buffet zone over there, so big plus for the 745. So as I said earlier, we are doing this journey to Chelmsford in first class. And I will say, of all the first classes I've been on, this one's alright. Although, as with Heathrow Express, it's a slight upgrade over standard class, although honestly, not much. But you do get some pretty awesome features. You do get dual armrests between the seats, which is really nice. You get charging and USB, one per seat, which is good. You do get, above me, if I can get my camera there, you get a light, which is very, very nice, and a very, very good window blind, so you can make the seat significantly darker. But yeah, it's pretty cool. You get a very, very big table. It's a nice seat, this, and especially considering how cheap we got this for, it's nice. But honestly, as an upgrade, it's not the best. What do you think of this first class?
Okay, so obviously I travel on first class a lot, and out of all of the first classes, this is definitely down there with like the ones that are only a tiny upgrade from standard. But saying that, you do get a lot of amenities compared to standard class, and there are a lot of nice things about this first class. First thing, dual armrests.
Yeah, I mentioned that. That's a very, very good feature. And of course, there you go.
You've got
There's your,
Approaching Chelmsford.
there's your dual charging ports.
Let's see if they work.
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the
They
Local
do,
Transport Police.
which is amazing.
61016.
You've got this lovely long window blind.
Say it. Sorted.
My main complaint is the seats don't recline. For first class, I think that's poor. Otherwise, it's spacious. These are not buttons.
They're
These
touch
are
sensitive.
Touch sensor, so
You do also have reservation things, but they're not active on this train. We're actually just coming into Chelmsford.
nah.
You do have coat hangers, which is cool.
You do have coat hangers, and they seem a lot more secure than the crappy IET ones. And yeah, overall, like, although it's nothing amazing, it's definitely a good first class. And for the price we got it at, £10 for 2 first class open return tickets.
To Chelmsford. That's pretty good. That's
steal.
that's pretty good, especially compared to, you know, I think it's 35 quid one way on Heathrow Express. Yeah, get lost, mate. Anyway,
And you can also, if you're going all the way to Norwich, I've been able to find first class fares, singles, not open return, but first class fares, 13 quid to Norwich, which is really, really well priced in my opinion.
anyway,
we're coming into
Chelmsford.
so we'll see you outside of the train.
Cool.
Welcome to this service.
Gotta just get that shot.
The next stop will be Colchester.
Chelmsford. What a lovely train. I'm just going to get some footage for you guys before our train heads back on towards Ipswich of the amazing shot of these level boarding boards retracting. One of the best features of the Stadler FLIRT. So here we are, we've made it to Chelmsford, and well, that is the entire fleet of Greater Anglia. Well, except the 755, but they're very, very similar to the 745. And the 745 is an amazing train. I think we can say that is one of the best fleets of any TOC in Britain.
Oh, definitely. They are an absolutely fantastic TOC. They're constantly on time, constantly reliable, and they have fantastic trains, and they've modernised brilliantly.
Amazing. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you chaps in the next video. Bye-bye.